Let's run the floor. Inside the bubble, James Harden looks ready to roll after his late arrival. The Beard played 35 minutes against the Grizz in a scrimmage last night, scored 31 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. So a typical James Harden night. Houston won by 15. How about Luca Doncic in yesterday's scrimmage against the Pacers? He fell 1 assist shy of a triple-double. He had 20 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists in just 24 minutes of action. It's been fun to watch these guys working down there in the bubble. And then with Joel Embiid out with calf tightness, Ben Simmons picked up the slack for the Sixers in a scrimmage against the Thunder. He nearly had a triple-double in just 26 minutes. He had 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists, though he didn't attempt any threes. And Jay Will, as the season officially gets restarted this week, what are your thoughts on Simmons, what he needs to do in order for the Sixers to take the next step, and the impact that maybe being in this bubble without fans might have on that?
Greeny, first and foremost, I feel like I'm Ron Burgundy right now, and I'm in a glass case of emotions when it comes to Ben Simmons. I was obviously at the beginning of the year, I was talking to his trainer, I was watching videotapes of him work out, shooting the ball. I said at the beginning of the year I thought he could have an MVP type of season if he were willing to shoot the ball. He obviously wasn't able to do that. Brett Brown now is changing him to more of the roller position, which I think is going to be suitable for his game. And I actually think the fact that, look, he took a couple of shots in some of the earlier games here before we kick the season off. And here's the thing I do like about the fact that when there are no fans involved, you don't allow any outside distractions to get to you, right? Essentially what you're watching and what we are going to be watching as the audience and fans is a high-level pickup game. So what I've noticed is when players are playing in pickup games, even though this is going to be NBA playoffs, guys don't worry about fans' reactions, boos, things of that sort. They play a little bit of a looser game because there's not as many distractions around. I'm hoping that if Ben Simmons can at least take shots, then that makes the defense respect him more. He can kick out to guys like Tobias Harris or Shake Milton. If he can be that player, Joel Embiid is able to get back and play at the roller position, I think that's a different dynamic for this team, and I think they're a team that's going to be a dark horse to really cause a lot of disruption in the Eastern Conference.
They're the most interesting team by far because you could see them getting knocked out immediately. Agreed. And you could see them making a very deep run. So, Big Perk, let's talk about the big guy, and that's Embiid, who was ruled out of yesterday's scrimmage with the calf tightness. It's another injury for Embiid. What is your level of concern?
Well, it's always level of concern, Greeny, when it comes to, injuries with Joel Embiid. You got to listen. This is a guy that has a history of having injuries, a guy that sat out his whole rookie year because of an injury, a guy that had a contract, negotiated around his injuries. So when I look at Joel Embiid as a big fella and being off for 4 months, I'm concerned about this. One, I don't know if it's a serious matter or not, but you got to be concerned for a big fella, and especially when you talk about a calf muscle, because you got to take that very seriously, because that could go from a day-to-day to a weekly thing. In no way possible are the Philadelphia 76ers are going to reach their ceiling, which is the second round, without Joel Embiid. They're not going no high. They're not going anywhere past the second round anyway. But in order for them to reach their ceiling, they're going to need a healthy Joel Embiid.
One wonders if this doesn't go well for them, do they decide to move on from the Embiid-Simmons pairing, or do they run it back because this is such unusual circumstances? I did want to get a quick thought from you guys on this top 10 list, meanwhile, because on ESPN.com, some of our NBA experts ranked the players in the bubble, and these were the top 10. All right, so it's LeBron, then it's Giannis, then it's Kawhi. You look at the rest of the top 10, it's a lot of the usual suspects, but there is one name that is blatantly missing. Jay Will, what is the name that is blatantly missing from this list?
Oh, I got 2 names, Greeny, and some of those experts, you said, as you alluded to, it wasn't me. It wasn't Perkins. I don't know how you don't have Dame Lillard. I don't know how you don't have Russell Westbrook on that list. I have no idea. Dame is one of the best PGs in the league, and if you watch Russell play this year, the way, granted, at the beginning of the year, it was a little bit of a rocky start with him implementing his style into the system, but that second part, before this whole thing broke down, he was destroying people. He was reminding people every single day, oh, this is why I'm an MVP type of player, because I can get triple doubles consistently and I can dominate by attacking you and getting to the rim. So the fact that Dame and Russ weren't on that list, That's absurd to me.
The Russ piece of it, I agree. Damian Lillard has talked a little bit about how much he does and doesn't want to play. I sort of get people having some skepticism with that. But Russell Westbrook and James Harden are on pace to be the highest scoring tandem in the NBA since the merger, which was the late 70s. Big perk. How is Russell Westbrook not one of the 10 best players?
I don't know, Greeny, and it's disturbing to me. Listen, although Russell Westbrook averaged triple-doubles for 3 straight years with Oklahoma City, to me, he was playing the best basketball of his career. He's shooting a career high at 47%. He's averaging 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, and he's been doing a great job. He was leading the league in points in the paint. I changed his name to Russell Westbrook O'Neal. But, Greeny, real quick, let me tell you what I had a problem with on this list. The disrespect to Kawhi Leonard Jordan. He should be number 2 on that list behind LeBron James. Let's not disrespect him and put him at number 3. He should be ahead of Giannis. He beat Giannis just last year. Put Kawhi number 2 and then add Russell Westbrook somewhere in there, and I'm okay with that. Forget that I got to keep fighting every day to prove my love for Pascal Siakam. I'm tired of fighting for him. I love him, but nobody want to give him his just due. But Kawhi should be number 2, and Russell Westbrook should be in that top 10.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.